Hello everyone and welcome back to Hot Ticket. I'm Kevin Hornsby for Cox 11. Hot Ticket is your source for what's happening in Hampton Roads, and one of the most emotional and powerful events that we help promote is Yom Hashoah. And to give you a little bit of the meaning behind the mission, take a look at this video for us.
My name is David Katz. My parents were both professional musicians. My father was an orchestra conductor. My mother was a concert pianist.
My name is Hans Lowenbach. My life before Hitler was like any other German boy.
My name is Dana Cohen. My maiden name was Danuta Siegel. My father was a businessman. My mother was somewhat a lady of leisure, and we had a good life. Germany invaded Poland in September 1939 from the west. Almost immediately after, Russians with their tanks came in from the east. My mother and myself left the apartment and went to our grandparents to hide in the cellars. We were bombed for about 3 to 4 weeks incessantly. When we were allowed outside, we saw Red Cross trucks driving up, people bleeding, taken out, and you know, you're sort of like mesmerized. You're staring at it. It's when you close your eyes, you still see it.
Shortly after the United States went to war with Germany, we were transferred to another camp called Rivzal. The Vichy government that collaborated with the Germans did their best to demoralize people. I felt it was important to speak because, you know, Holocaust survivors are an aging group. And it won't be too long before there won't be any more witnesses to the atrocities that were committed by the Nazis during World War II.
My hope is that people will understand that it is important not to hate. Evil does not need your help, just your indifference.
Celebrating the power of the human spirit and enduring faith of those who witnessed and survived the Holocaust, Yom Hashoah's commemoration. With me today to talk about that is Wendy Juren-Auerbach. Thank you so much for being here. And Ann Fleeter. Yom Hashoah, we saw some video of an event that was just held recently, or actually the folks that were involved in that. And at one point, David says, we are an aging group. That is proven.
And it's very poignant because David recently passed away in January, as did Hans, who was also featured in What We Carry. Mm-hmm. And it really brings home the point that their voices, they can't speak for themselves anymore, and they were also speaking for the 6 million who perished as well. And that's why Yom Hashoah is so important to us, because it does two things. It actually commemorates the memory of those who perished and could never speak for themselves, as well as this honors the survivors who we have in this community, who are a dwindling group. Yeah. And but it also looks towards the future as well, because it ties in a lot of things that we do as part of our community outreach.
Educating the community and the children in Hampton Roads, and it gives them the opportunity. We have the Elie Wiesel Writing and Visual Arts Competition, and that is for middle school and high school students. And then we have a rigorous process of judging those. Right. And then the children that evening on Yom Hashoah on April 19th are acknowledged for their success.
And this is going to be at Congregation Bethel.
Correct.
Correct. On April the 19th.
What can folks expect there?
You know, it's actually kind of in some ways it's a memorial ceremony. So there is a religious element to it. It's in a synagogue. So if you've never been to one before, if you're a man, we ask that you cover your head with a yarmulke, so that there are going to be some things. But there are people there that help you to kind of guide you that way. Okay. But we also have, we have some religious prayers, but we do a candle lighting ceremony in
Each
memory.
of the survivors actually get up and they light their own candle. Okay. And then we also have a child lights a candle in memory of the children who died in the Holocaust. Okay. And then we have Dame Mary Baracco, who is a righteous Gentile, and she lights a candle for in honor of the righteous Gentiles who helped the Jews during the Holocaust.
Give us the location and the time again real quick.
It's Congregation Bethel. It's on Shirley Avenue in Norfolk at 645. And we also have a featured speaker as well.
Okay, Thomas Weishaus. Tell me
Thomas
about him.
Weishaus,
Just
he was
have a few seconds.
he's a survivor, a Hungarian Jew who survived at the tail end of the Holocaust, and he is now living in New Hampshire.
We want to invite all of our viewers out on Thursday, April 19th, to Congregation Bethel. You can also see this information on our Cox 11 YouTube page. For Cox 11, I am Kevin Hornsby.